What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson responds and gives his take on Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3, and this is what he had to say. Quote, Fury versus Wilder fight will go down as one of the greatest, not for skill, but for action and excitement. That fight was all guts, heart, and determination. Everybody won Saturday night. The fight was bigger than the hype. Both of them reached all-time great status. Wilder's coach, Malik Scott, won the night with great coaching. When you are an amateur, you have a coach. They nurture you, guide you, and you are with every step of the way. Once you turn pro, you get a trainer. A trainer is in your life as long as the checks are coming. As a coach is with you for the rest of your life, a coach feels every punch you take and give too. Those are the words of Mike Tyson. Let me counterpunch. Mike Tyson, if you know anything about Mike, he speaks his mind and he speaks it freely. He has nothing to hide. He has no false bravado or no ulterior motives or any of that stuff. He tells it how it is, and it's very impressive that he mentioned Malik Scott because he's like, hey, Malik Scott did a great job coaching. It's one thing to coach a fighter, it's another thing to see the fighter execute what you've coached. But as long as you're telling them the right stuff, you can't be held accountable at the end of the day. And I'm glad that Malik Scott was with him every step of the way before, during, and after the fight. If you look at Malik Scott and he's interviewing, hey, he's given nothing but credit to Tyson Fury, and also to his fighter as well on the things that his fighter did well, on the things that he wanted his fighter to do, and it's good that Mike Tyson is able to see all those different attributes from fighter to trainer, okay, and everything else that comes with it. And Mike Tyson, that's why Mike is considered to be one of the best, not because he beat everybody, it's because that's how you think and that's how you become a better person and a great leader, okay? By saying that you have that you make mistakes, that's saying how you've been wrong, that's saying that you've done wrong to other people, as we heard Mike Tyson say time and time again. Mike Tyson used to be full of anger and this, that, and the other until he fought a guy by the name of Lennox Lewis, okay? And when he fought Lennox Lewis, it's like that fight humbled him. But it naturally humbled him, and it let everyone know that, hey, this is a different type of guy than we thought he was, because a lot of people took Mike Tyson as this evil rapist, thug, you know what I mean? And really, people should have understood, like, hey, this guy is a guy with feelings. He's the heavyweight champion of the world 2-3 times, But he's also a guy that realizes, hey, I make mistakes, and so does everybody else. We can learn from each other and move on together, okay? And he just showed a lot of character by saying certain things about Lennox Lewis, and especially the way he congratulated Lennox Lewis after that. Okay, it was more than a gesture. Lennox Lewis was sweat. He wiped the sweat from his head because he showed he deeply cared for Lennox Lewis. He had total respect and love for Lennox Lewis. And I think Deontay Wilder himself, when he gets to that point in his life, I don't think he's there yet because Mike Tyson wasn't there when he was 36, I don't believe, right? So if Deontay Wilder gets to that level, I think then he will be crossing borders that he needs to become to be the leader and the king that he says that he is. But Mike Tyson, of course, gives credit to the trainer, gives credit to the fighters themselves, and he says it will go down as one of the greatest. And I absolutely believe him because that was a spectacular fight we saw. And like I said, it was a spectacular fight that we saw, okay? Because sometime in boxing matches, fights breaks out. But this was a total fight from rounds 1 to round 11. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Mike Tyson responding to the terrific extraordinary fight between Tyson the Gypsy King Fury and Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.